What is up, Northway? What's up, Susan? How you doing tonight? Wait for a few more people to show up, including our guest of honor tonight. A lot of rain up there. Yeah, it's that time of year for it, isn't it? It's getting colder here. Starting to really feel like fall now. Yeah, yeah, that's no fun. Make sure your flashlights are ready. At least have some candles around. Let me see. Yeah, I bet you have up there. You guys get quite a bit of rain up there. Ah, there you are. I'm a little bit slow. Just click that link right there, and it'll bring you on up here to where you can join the panel. What's going on, man?
What's up, brother?
Not much.
How you doing?
Oh, pretty good. How you been doing tonight?
All right, I never did this before, so I was sitting there saying I don't want to mess up his program.
Oh, no, don't worry about it, man. We're super chill here. Everybody in the live stream is pretty chill, so no problem at all, man.
Very cool.
We're just going on. We're just waiting for a couple more people to show up. We just saw Boston. Hey, what's going on, Boston? Now, I put out several tweets today about this, so, and I know
Yeah,
one of you too.
I put a few out too. Everybody seems to be retweeting it. I was like,
Yeah, I
don't put-
see. And Boston put one out, and Susan's put some out today, so maybe they're just a little bit late right now. They show up when they want to show up. Yeah, I saw yours, Susan. I appreciate that. If not, then we'll get started here. Boston said she's going to be right back. She's going to go tweet it again.
So where are you? Chicago?
Kansas City.
Oh, all right, cool.
Yep, I'm right in the middle of the country.
I'm down in Southwest Florida. I'm a train from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn?
Yep.
Well, I've never been up there in the Northeast. I need to make it up there. I was stationed in Jacksonville, Florida, when I was in the Navy.
Oh, cool. My dad was in a man destroyed.
Yeah. Where down there in Southwest Florida? You like down by Sarasota or further south?
Yeah, I'm by Naples. I'm Marco Island.
Right on. Okay, well, we'll wait for Susan and Boston to get back. We'll get started and everybody else can catch up. What's going on, Pinky? I don't know. You probably can't see the chat.
No, I just see you, and I see that I'm on the show. Blue.
That's all right. If they got any questions, I'll make sure I relay them to you. Okay, Boston's back. Looks like. All right, everybody. Well, welcome to WeareLegion Live. We got a special guest this evening, very good friend of the show. He's been with me since the very beginning when I started all this. We got Honey Bone Rush out of Southwest Florida, originally from Brooklyn.
What's up?
You'll be able to tell by the accent.
Forget about it.
Now, are you a Yankees fan?
Yeah, by default I had to be, growing up. But
Okay. Well, of course, we got an actress in here, Stacy, who's from Boston, so she's a Red Sox fan. But they got a worse record this year than my Royals, so it probably won't be much arguing.
I don't even follow it anymore, to be honest with you.
Yeah. This year it's kind of been messed up for baseball.
Yep.
So, and if you guys have any questions on the chat, make sure you get them out to me. I'll make sure we ask them. Oh, it's not that bad that we made fun of your Red Sox. I saw Fever pitch Boston. They made fun of my Royals in there. So, how did you come by the name Honey Bone Rush?
That was something I just came up with. I wanted to come up with something unique. I mean, I've been doing it since I'm 13. I'm now 50. And, we've had all the bands, Disciple, Attica, all those crazy.
Yeah.
I just wanted something that would get people talking. It doesn't mean anything, and yet you tell like 10 people a name, and they have 10 different things what they think it means, which I think is pretty cool,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it definitely stands out from the crowd. I mean, there's no mistaking it from anybody else. There's nothing else kind of like that.
That was the whole point of it too.
Yeah.
Full conception when I came up with this idea. I was out of the music business for quite a while, and then got back in. I've had 3 heart attacks, so it was time to get back and start doing something I enjoy again. With time I have.
Most definitely, yeah.
And I wanted to do it different time. Usually it was always like you had 4 guys in a band, and then we'd have an argument, you and I. Then you quit. Now we're looking for a drummer again. This to me is a come and go. We got 9 people that are actually in the band.
Oh, nice.
Not everybody. I mean, a lot of us are like age, so who owns their own businesses, stuff like that. So like people can't make it. It's cool. So if you can't come from today, well then you know what, we're gonna call up Seth. He's gonna come, and it's no big deal. It's cool.
Right on.
Tonight, I did it.
Yeah, right on. So what all do you do in the band? Just
Pretty much everything.
pretty much everything.
Player.
Depends on who's there, right?
Yeah, I'm the guitar player. I do all the recording, all the engineering, all the mix downs, all the publicity, all the social media. That's me on all of it.
Right on.
Pretty much do everything. But we got 2 bass players, we got 2 drummers, we got 4 singers. I got my youngest son now. He's starting to play with us too, and he co-wrote the last song that is coming out. But like I said, a lot of times, like, nobody cares. No, it's not that they don't care. It's like they understand. Like, if you can't come and put your bass line down tonight, we want to get the song out, I'll put the bass lines down.
Right on.
Play live, you'll play bass. You know what I'm saying? If you can't make that show, we got other people that can make the show. That's what's cool about it too. It's that there's no egos and there's nothing to get in the way of stopping it from going forward. You know what I'm saying?
And that is so important in a band because growing up in the 80s, the main thing with bands back then is the lead singer was got the big ego.
They still are.
They stole all the interviews and everything else, and
yeah.
And it was, and so all the great bands back then, they had to separate from lead singers, and then they get a new lead singer, and then you're like, oh, now they suck. Because they needed one another. I mean, take Skid Row, for instance. I mean,
right.
With Sebastian Bach, they were an incredible band, but when they got mad at Sebastian Bach and they kicked him out, everybody's like, who's Skid Row? And Sebastian Bach by himself was horrible. Didn't even sound the same.
But what's funny is like something, it never changes. Like, in other words, we got 2 guys with us that are in their early 20s. We got 1 guy, and the rest of us are in our 50s and 60s. And
right on.
60s still, it's like it doesn't change. It's like I feel like it's 1987 all over again.
Yeah, right on.
Who the singers don't carry nothing, they don't pick nothing up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Again, I don't want to get people mad. This is all in jest, but it's true.
Man, I'm kind of liking that. You like that Brian Sintra Orchestra Chicago vibe, where you got a huge band and you just whoever jumps in on the song, jump in on the song, man.
But one of the names we were thinking of, I don't know if you're a Little Rascals fan. We got so many members. Yeah. The International Silver String Submarine Band, and
nice.
From the Little Rascals, But it's good, and we do what we want to do. I write 99% of the music, but started out doing like light blues and light rock. We're going to play some of the restaurants around here and some of the venues here on the water. And I'm a heavy metal guy, and it's 2 of the other guys were talking about it too. I was like, listen, I want to start getting heavy. I want to start doing what I really, really enjoy doing, which is the newest stuff that's going to be coming out now. Is we're going back to 80s thrash metal is what we're doing.
Nice.
And again, if people don't want to do it, we'll still do some bluesy stuff and drop that out once in a while, or a mellow rock song. Whoever wants to be in on that can. Whoever doesn't have to be. But it's great. Nobody's feelings get hurt. Everybody understands. And it goes a lot easier. So far, it's working out almost 2 years, and it's working out pretty good.
Right on. I mean, trying to find a good song here that we can play in the background of your guys's.
And we got like one radio station. It's Wolf Rock Radio. Is the Rich Ensemble has been picking on all of our mellow stuff, and he's been playing. It's great. So now we're getting some more streams on the mellow stuff, getting cast aside.
Right on.
I think this is great what you're doing, though, by the way. I mean, the retweeting of everything when you do it.
Man, I've had so much positive response from this. I've been overwhelmed. You saw the new avatar that I have put up. One of the guys just made that for me. He's like, I want to help you get this thing where we can monetize it and you can quit your day job and do this full time.
Right.
Nothing more than to be able to promote all you guys full time. That would be just crazy awesome.
It's really, I mean, I got to give a shout out. I mean, some of our song cover art and our logos was done by Vernon Mahoney. He's an artist, and he's on Instagram, and I admire the work too. Yeah, he does a lot of like crazy dark stuff, and he had a thing, a silhouette of the witch that we use for the Green Witch, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
this that would be great, and we'll let give you full credit. And he's like, yeah, use it. It's great how people are helping out like that. I mean, and then we can help them out. That people get the word out. These artists are amazing what they're doing. It's like, and people don't know anything about them or what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. And that was my whole point behind getting into this, is because I was sitting around like I don't know if you got to watch last episode or not. I told the story. I was sitting around and listening to the radio, and they were playing the same 6, 7 artists all the time.
Right.
And I was like, there's so many bands out here, and no one's getting to hear them because they don't have the money behind them to get played on the radio.
Right.
So I was like, why don't I just do the promoting myself, and that's when I started doing the daily streams, and it picked up a lot faster than I ever imagined, and it was great. It picked up so fast that I don't even get to listen to all the songs that people drop anymore, because I get like 200 songs a day dropped on me. And when I'm working my day job and then taking care of my kids too,
right.
I would love nothing more than to be able to listen to everybody's music and promote it better like that. But
I'm just amazed how, I mean, like I said, I in the 80s, I played Lamar and CBG. We opened up for Sister and Saxon, back in the day.
mm-hmm.
And I was at it for a bunch of like into it. How a lot of the same stuff that goes on. The way things have changed now. I mean, as a kid, I remember, making our own glue, out of starch and water and putting posters up all around the place. I joined Twitter and Instagram, and it's like, man, I got 2,000 people on me like within a year, and they're listening to the band. Like we put the music out, all of a sudden, 500 streams, 1,200 streams, 2,000.
Yeah.
Wow, that's out there,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh my God.
We featured an artist last week, 3 Mind Blight. He'd been on Twitter for 2 years and had 45 followers.
Right.
And then he started following me, and I started promoting his music. 6 months later, he has 4,500 followers.
Right.
So I was like, that's 1,000% increase in 6 months. That's a quarter of the time, and that's awesome. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear that you guys are getting stuff out. And the responses I get from people are just amazing. And like I said, I'd love nothing more than to be able to stop doing my day job and be able to, if we can get advertising on here.
Oh yeah, that's the key.
Like, peace out, plays. I'm gonna go do my music.
Yep.
That's what I live for, and being able to have the live stream.
I'm really enjoying this now at this stage of the game, because it's like most of us, we either have our own business, or like me, I'm semi-retired. I was a Wall Street for 25 years, So we're having fun. When there's a lot of bands out there, they want to make it. This is it, and they want to do it, and they want to make a living at it. We're having fun. So it goes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We're just having a good time with it,
Yeah.
And that's the time when we don't care about making it. We'll probably wind up, what I'm saying?
Well, we got a question from the panel here that asked, what all platforms are your music currently on?
Oh, everything. We're on Deezer, Amazon, iTunes. I mean, we're on all of it.
We're on. So, yeah, make sure whatever your favorite music platform is, go out and give them a listen. I'm going to try to pull up a song here without, I'm going to go ahead and pause your mic.
Okay, cool.
That way we don't get no feedback. And this one here, I believe, is called Stand Up for America. It's not you?
From the land of the free and the home of the brave, where honey goes rush and we hear the same. never give up and we never retreat. We're the USA and we can't defeat. We're the people to keep America great. Stand up and be counted before it's too late. I will not be silent or be pushed around. I will not comply or lay my arms down. Respect our flag and what it stands for. The stars and the stripes are everything we adore. The men and the women who gave their lives so we can continue with our husbands and wives. From the land of the free and the home of the brave, no socialist town will ever make us pay. We'll never give up and we never retreat. We're the USA and we can't defeat. Must win this call, no matter your views. Let's stop on this hatred and all the fake news. The violence continues all over this land. We must get together and make a new stand. If you're black or white, red, yellow or brown, you must step back and put your differences down. Together we'll find a way through this all, as long as everyone will give this call. Teach our children the right way, let them learn. They can choose. They have to make the decision to make us win or lose. From the land of the free and the home of the brave, no socialist talk will ever make us hate. We never give up and we never retreat. We're the USA and we can't be. Our message is clear from the left to the right. We must stand together and win this fight. Listen to each other and share point of views. There's no way America will lose. Respect our police and the firemen too. Respect one another in the red, white, and blue. We're a real strong country with a lot to give. If everyone would learn to live in that way. Teach our children the right way. Let them learn. Let them pick and choose. They have to make the decision to make us win or lose. I pledge allegiance to the flag. We were there on 9/11. The United States of America. When the towers fell. And to the republic for which it stands. And it wasn't just something. Under God. It was a living hell. With liberty and justice for all. From the land of the free and the home of the brave, the noblest song is gonna make us brave. We never give up and we never retreat. We're the USA and we can't be beat. Yeah. Yeah. God bless you, USA.
You know, that was the first time I heard that particular song of yours. I've listened to a lot of your guys' stuff, but that one there, that's really good, man. I hadn't heard.
That's old. That's the one thing. It's funny because I can tell you, I don't like to get political. You know what I'm saying? And Johnny Fusco, our main singer, he's a former Marine. Out there, and I lost a lot of friends that day.
Yeah.
And me and him, when they were hanging out by the pool and just, bullshitting and having a couple of beers and stuff, and started talking to me. He's like, dude, you should write a song. So we started talking about, experiences and stuff. I was like, we could do it,
Mm-hmm.
We'll do something like that. We did it, and it really, wasn't that big, not a lot of streams, not a lot of downloads, and we moved on from there. And like I said, since then, with all the stuff going on, I try and stay away from the politics. The newest stuff, I don't know if you
Yeah.
noticed, heavier and heavier, faster and faster.
Yeah. Well,
But it's a song we felt strong about.
yeah. And I really loved your guys' cover of House of the Rising Sun.
Oh,
That,
thank
that was nice. I like that a lot. And we had a matter of fact, the guy I was just talking about, Three Mind Blight.
you. Right.
He said it was a great song in the comments.
Oh, thank you.
Love the '80s scream in there.
Yeah, well, that's Johnny.
Yeah. Yeah. So, who were some of your guys, like some of your major influences back when you first started doing music?
Wow, as far as when I remember, I'll never forget it. Must have been sixth grade. I got for my birthday Kiss Alive 2.
Okay.
That was it. That's what started it. And then I would say as time went on, then my next thing is I got into Grand Funk big time.
Mm.
Play with the Grand Funk, the Red album.
Yeah.
They used to have Don Brew on drums right in the middle, and then Mel Scacca was at a one speaker, and then Mark Farner's guitar was at another speaker. So you could just turn the right speaker and listen to the guitar, or you could turn to the left speaker and just listen to the bass cooking away.
Oh, nice.
Oh man, that was it for me. And then as I got older, Metallica, Slayer, Pantera, Dimebag Darrell, and just oh god, the guy's amazing.
Yeah.
He's a god. He's amazing. I met him once actually in a restaurant in Ohio.
Oh, really?
Nicest
That would have been a great.
That was amazing.
That would have been awesome.
But yeah, what started off though was Kiss for sure. I remember standing there. I remember staring at the album and just looking at the pictures over and over and over and listening to the music. I was like, man, this is what I want to do, big time.
Did you ever have any bands that did the makeup or anything like that?
Well, we didn't do Kiss, but we went through that phase. I mean, we used to play. Gildersleeves was a club right next to CBGB's in Manhattan. Gildersleeves, did well there, then they moved you over to CBGB's. Went through that phase of line and pants, underneath with the ripped jeans and all that crap.
Every band did that in the '80s. That was no one even paid attention to you if you didn't even. It was glam rock all the way back then.
Oh, dude! Now it's just like camo shorts and sneakers and a t-shirt.
Yeah, just chill out, man. Yeah, especially down there in South Florida, man. You're down there and you just want to relax and have a good time down there. So
it's a whole different mindset down here. I mean, it took me about 3 years to come off to New York. Like, let's go.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Island time. You want to get to the house. It's like, all right, maybe Thursday, if not.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. But no, it's a whole different mindset down here. It really is.
Yeah.
And like I said, as I get older, like I don't know how old you are, but like now, I'm 56. Now I start to realize, well, a lot of stuff it's bullshit and it's not worth worrying about or being concerned about.
Exactly.
It's true.
Yeah. Story, Blight. What kind of story are you looking for? Come on, I know you got some questions. Fire up in here. Susan asked, as you get older, have you found out that your audience has changed?
That the audience has changed?
Have you seen that?
Well, no, I don't see the audience changing. I mean, what's really cool about Spotify, a lot of people complain about it, and I could get into that if you want to. But Spotify is great because it gives you a lot of demographics. You see your age group, you see where it's coming from, what they're listening to. And it's funny because one of the things that made me change is like the group is, how can I put this? Okay, when we first started out, we were doing mellower rock and like bluesy stuff. And you could see the age group. Now, again, just Spotify's, algorithms. The age group was anywhere from like, 40 to like 60. we were getting. And then when we started putting out the heavier, faster stuff, we actually were getting more downloads, more streams because more people interested, and the age group started to go down. So again, like I said, I'm a numbers guy. I'm a Wall Street guy. I mean, I want to play what I want to play, which was the metal, the heaviest stuff. And then I told the guys, like, if anybody's on the fence, look at the numbers. And here's a bluesy type song that's got 50 streams. Here's the heavy song that we put out that's got 800 streams. So to me, and then the age group would come down. Like I was trying to explain to them too. The people of my age, they're not interested in going and buying music and buying your stuff and T-shirts. The younger crowd, the 20-something to the 30-somethings are doing that. People like me, I'm not going to, in good conscience, and spend $300 on merchandise on bands. A lot of people aren't like that, but the younger crowd do it. So I was like, as far as watching the audience change, as the music changed and got heavier, yes, the audience did change. It started the group, and they were consuming it a lot faster and a lot more.
Do you guys have like a band store where you sell merch and stuff like that?
We just started. Now I have a website that I'm working on. It's through Wix. I could get you the link to that. And we're going to start out with the T-shirts and some stickers.
Oh, right on.
I figure stickers. I'm probably going to give them away for free. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to charge stuff for a sticker. You know what I'm saying? Just mail them out to people. They're easy to send. The T-shirt, just for the cost of a T-shirt. See, a lot of these bands are stuff though too. They charge like primo. Right? If you really want people to advertise. So it's like the restaurants. I'm down here now. I'm in the restaurant. I do a lot of consulting. And sell, shirt to somebody of your restaurant, and you expend $40 for it. The T-shirt costs you $15. They're advertising for you. You know what I'm saying? $15, $16. Move the shirt and advertise for it. A lot of these bands are charging like $9 for a sticker. To me, you're crazy. That's nobody's spending $9.
Definitely, when you get some stickers in, make sure I get some. I'll get them here in the background and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I have no problems pimping anybody's merchandise at all, and I'll order a shirt too. I'll wear it on the show.
Cool. You got to get shirts made up too.
I know I do. Got to get some shirts made up. I'm actually, my first order of business is trying to upgrade my equipment to make the show a little bit better and hopefully attract some more people. We did top 80 followers today, subscribers. I'm pretty happy about that. But really, I'm hoping to get quite a few more, basically for you guys.
It'll get better.
To watch the show, that more people I can get to hear your music and stuff. And this allows them to connect a little bit more personally than it does through a Twitter or an Instagram or anything like that. These actually get to know.
This whole thing is based on reciprocity. You know what I'm saying? It's something like they do something nice for you, and then everybody pays it forward, and that's how it starts building and going along.
Exactly, yeah. And I have the hardest time getting people to understand that. So just make sure you hit the retweet button on the main tweet. Because you retweet mine, it retweets everybody's underneath me.
Right.
Everybody else gets to see, and then their followers get to see. And if everybody retweets, I mean, right now I'm sitting at 13,800 some followers.
Wow.
If even half of those hit retweet, we're looking at 150, 200,000 views every day.
Right.
Right now we're getting respectable 10 to 20,000 views every day, but I know we can do a lot better than that. If everybody that even just dropped their music would hit retweet, that's we got people that just drop their link and then that's it. They don't even bother hitting the retweet.
I get a kick out sometimes. I'll retweet what yours, and then I send you my track, and then people are sending me their track. I'm like, no, you guys send it to him, not me.
Yeah, they'll drop it in comments.
What are you doing?
It's gotten to the point where I can't even make another tweet.
Right.
As soon as I drop another tweet, people are dropping links underneath of it. I was like, no. That's the other tweet.
All right.
Special one for that. So they have to look through everybody's music, and they go through and they find out what they like, what they don't like, and start following you guys.
I already saw, I got a bunch of pet peeves with this Twitter stuff already. It's funny. It's like you and I may be having a conversation about something, and then somebody just drop in, hey, my song, and then with the what? You know what I'm saying? You and I are talking about going on vacation or something, and some guy's dropping a blast. Listen to my song.
Yeah. Well, another thing that gets me is my tweets get hijacked sometimes. My streams, people get in there and all of a sudden they just start dropping memes in the middle of it, and
Yeah,
I get like 35 memes in the middle of it, and then there's more songs underneath of it. Well, people don't usually get past the memes.
right.
It's the music that's underneath of them, and because they think the music's done, and they don't. But it's a work in progress. Hopefully, more people will check out this show,
Right.
and then they can hear, because it's not. I only got 165 characters to explain this to everybody on in a tweet,
Right.
and if I could get people to read the blog and to follow here, it goes into more detail and explains this better, and it would really help everybody out a lot.
Right.
Would you mind playing in front of 200,000 people every day? I mean, yeah, people are gonna do that. You're gonna find people that, yeah, they're gonna start streaming your music, then they're gonna start buying some merch, and it helps everybody out, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Right.
I don't ask for anything. The only thing I've ever asked from any artist is to donate pictures. They want me to pimp some merch, they can send me a koozie, a hat, t-shirt, whatever, I don't care.
Right. Right.
And I'll wear it during the show, and it's just free advertisement for them. And
Maybe you would have an insight to this stuff too. What I'm noticing, like what seems to be a blessing and a curse, that everybody's really cool, and we all treat one stuff and give good suggestions. But it gets to a point where we're all like I'm getting 25 new followers a day from
Mhm. Mhm.
and I have fans of mine. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, dude, cool, but I'm really not interested in what you're doing. I'm not interested. Say you're an operatic singer, And we got to try the way to find other people, like average people that
And that's part of my plan.
buy your music and you buy their music and they buy his music. It's like we're just passing the buck around.
That's why I want the people to hit the retweet, so their followers
Right.
listen. They're the fans. They're the ones that are going to be buying the merch. They hit the retweet. It's great having other bands, and you guys get to socialize and mingle and learn from other bands. But it's really their fans that I'm after to follow you. I have the same issue as I get tons of bands that want to drop their links. Not a problem. But I need you to retweet that so we get your fans that are also following, so they hear everybody else's music, and then we're going there. It's a work in progress, and I'm hoping once I can start getting this thing a little bit more where I can start selling ads and stuff, making a little money, that I can break it down into different genres.
Right.
And do a different tweet for each genre. That way we're not cross mixing and stuff like that. I mean, it's great to meet bands and stuff from there if you're interested, but you guys play heavier stuff, you're really probably not going to get some cool jazz musician that's
right. Exactly.
And the people following them are probably not going to follow you.
Exactly.
Just right now, I don't have the time myself to be able to do this. I'm a one-man operation.
Right.
That's another thing. The name's kind of confusing because I say it's WeareLegion Music, and they think that I'm multiple people.
Right.
I'm not the Legion. The Legion is everybody that follows, every band that follows.
Right.
The Legion. I'm just the one that started it.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, it gets a little confusing, and
I mean, it's all the same. Like like a lot of these bands. Alvin Pyle, 3 of our songs. Kid's great. He's amazing. A band he was in, they're playing these clubs and like playing in their area, maybe half hour from their house. And then they would book a club, 5 hours away, like up in Orlando, to play in front of 3 people on a Tuesday night. I'm like, guys, you're pissing in a fan. You know what I'm saying? You're wasting.
Yeah.
Play those 3 clubs for the month. Just keep playing them. Get yourself a following, branching out a little bit. But to be
No,
going
yeah.
paying 4 hours out of your neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, for no money. It's costing you money to haul your stuff up there. Then play in front of 3 people at 2:00 in the morning on a Wednesday. It's a waste. Silly.
Yeah. Because the best form of advertisement is always going to be word of mouth.
Right.
And if you're playing, uh, there's, I'm trying to think of the name of the band. Dang it, they played. They only played the same club in L.A.
Right.
for 18 straight years,
Okay.
but they sold out every night.
Yeah.
Then the next thing you know, had radio stations calling them from all over the country,
Right.
wanting to come play these musical festivals because people would come to L.A. and they'd all hit up that club, and then they take it back to their hometown, and that's how you build up clientele. Dang, I wish I could remember the name of the band.
All right.
Uh, and they're actually a pretty good band, and they kind of have a comedy routine in their set when they do it. As soon as this is over, I'll remember right off the bat. That's I hate getting old.
I mean, 3 in the morning when you remember it.
Yeah, yeah. There's feedback coming through.
Sounds good on my end.
Yeah, I don't hear any feedback on my side either, and my volume's all the way on my phone. Anybody else getting feedback besides Boston? I got a little lag between my phone and the actual computer on the chat.
You're gonna get like a delay.
Yeah, I mean they're coming. The chat's coming through faster on here. There's like a 2 second delay between when it shows up on my computer screen. That's why I keep looking over here to the side.
I don't know if you can hear me, but you're just freezing up. I don't know if you're there, buddy. You're frozen. I'm alone. I don't know if I should get off and come back. What should I do?
Okay. Is everybody still there? Okay. Is everybody still here now? Sorry about the technical difficulties. So I had to switch over to the phone. For some reason, my laptop signal dropped out. It was actually a great conversation we were having with him too. We'll have him back on again sometime. So got Boston and Pinky. Thank you, Sammy. I appreciate that. So what did you guys think of Honey Bone Rush? This is definitely a work in progress. There we go. I see him back. Let me get that link sent again. There's a link. There we go.
What's up?
Oh, my laptop
I think
dropped out.
fuck this guy over here.
My makeshift studio is in my basement, so kind of far away from my router, and apparently my signal dropped out on my laptop right in the middle of all that. Sorry about that.
It's all right. And I'm sitting there, you're telling everybody, go, oh, well, you know, maybe next time. So I said, send me the link again. I'm still here.
I didn't see you in the chat. That's why I was like, I thought you had dropped out. I was like, right on, that's great. I was just getting ready to tell everybody to make sure that they stream your music and follow you over on Twitter and Instagram if they have an IG account.
No, you'll work out, man. And I mean, if you ask me, this is better than your first one. You know what I'm saying? Which is better than your second one.
Yeah.
So
And
you work it all out, and it'll get going.
you know, and that's why I want to upgrade my equipment. I want to get to be able to boost my router and increase my signal, get a little bit better studio, because this is just something I threw together real quick to
Right.
get this thing started. But I got some microphones coming. I got some studio sound panels and stuff coming to kind of kill some of the echo. And hopefully, I got a whole another back garage out back that I'm gonna try to section off a piece of it and build me like a little studio out in the back garage.
Oh yeah, definitely, little by little.
And hopefully make it a better experience for everybody else, and better for the bands that come on.
Maybe you get bands locally. You got you have them come into the studio too.
Yeah, and you know, whenever this COVID crap straightens out and we can start getting bands and stuff in, I'm going to see about getting some bands to come and play here, and then we can. I'll have them in the studio and stuff like that, and
right.
And let them set up and play a little bit live. For like you guys, it's hard because you play heavier music, and but for like if they're country artists or something, they play acoustic a lot. It's a lot easier for them to do it. You got to set up the whole setup, and
you can do mobile stuff. You know, you could go to the clubs where they're playing, and like in between sets, do like interviews. There's a whole world of.
Oh yeah, I have no problem doing any of that, and I would love to be able to do that. But right now, all the clubs and stuff are real shut down. I mean, they're only letting a few people in, and it's crazy. Hopefully they get stuff straightened out before too long.
Like you were saying, like here, like we record, you know, it's my house where we do it. You know, I'm in my garage now myself. And, you know, I really don't have that much soundproofing, but, you know, we're not on top of one another. But again, like, you know, it's sometimes like 2:00 in the morning, you know, and like, you know, my wife will come out and she'll be like, "You fucking kidding me or what?" You know, it's like we're doing vocals, you know, just, you know, the band won't be playing that late, but we're doing just vocals. And, you know, we all got headphones on. You just hear, you know, the singer like screaming their head out of you at 2:00 in the morning. She's like, "I was just walking the dog. I could hear you all the way down the block."
Yeah, lucky for me, I got a detached garage out back, so it's not on the house, so the kids can still sleep. So
Right.
That's pretty cool.
No, but it's good.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on tonight, and I know it's getting pretty late out there on the East Coast, so I won't keep you any longer. But definitely would love to have you back on the show once we get some better equipment, and yeah, like I said, well, as soon as you get your merch and stuff in, and shoot me the link to your site, and I'll definitely blast that out for you. And get me some stickers. Like I said, I'll post them up on wherever I'm at doing my show, and free advertisement. I have no problem with that at all.
That's my time. I appreciate, you know, having us on and doing this. It's great. It's funny when you first asked like for bands to do it. I never said I would do it. I didn't say anything to you. I saw you had like 100 people like, I'll do it. I was like, all right, he's got enough on his plate. If he ever wants me, he'll ask me. I'm not going to bother him along with everybody else. If you ever need something, you know, or somebody cancels in a pinch, give me a call. You know what I'm saying? We'll bullshit.
Yeah. And you know what happened? Everybody that said they would do it, I started scheduling people, and I was like, no one wants to do it that first week. no one wanted to be first. So I was like, all right.
I'm gonna do really popular, famous.
I'll find my own band that wants to do it first. I'll start asking people that didn't mention it, and you were the first
responses you were getting. Some of them are, you know, well,
yeah, and you were the first person that I even asked that didn't send me a message. And I was like, hey, do you want to do the show this week? I couldn't find anybody to book this week. And you're like, hell yeah, I'll do the show. And I was like, sweet.
What else have I got to do?
I was like, I'd rather have a band that's been there from the beginning anyways and grown with me.
I mean, these people thought that you were the next Johnny Carson, look for the new Ed McMahon, you know?
Yeah.
I'll co-host and play my flute, you know? It's like, these people are nuts.
Well, I did have a co-host for like a half an episode, but she kind of bolted on me to another live stream.
Yeah,
Just
well,
hangs, she just hangs out in the chat, right, Boston? Oh, she ain't gonna comment, is she? It's all right. But yeah, definitely, I would love to have you back on. I'm hoping that next time we can get you on. Maybe it's a little bit better set up for you, and you could have some of your band there, and maybe
yeah,
play some live stuff for us. That would be outstanding.
cool,
And
yeah.
by then, you'll have your store up and running, and I'll put a little. I'll let you comment on it. Put the link in a comment, and then I'll just post it on the screen for the whole episode.
All right, cool.
And that way, and definitely I'll blast it out for you anytime. Anytime you need anything,
All right.
anytime you want to share anything,
You're doing all right. Let me know.
yeah, you just let me know. Send me a DM, and I'll get it out there for you. It's not a problem.
All right.
But I think we've held up everybody long enough, and but I really do appreciate you coming on the show. I thank you. We will have you again.
Love you, brother. Thank you.
Love you, and you're a friend of the show. Anytime you want to be on, if you want to come on, hop in the comments.
Terrific.
You go right ahead. And
Are you going to do now a certain? Is it going to be a Wednesday night, 8:30? Going to be the standard time?
My plan right now is to run every Wednesday night at 8:30 Central Time.
Okay, cool.
To be live. As we grow, I'll expand to more days.
Right.
And do some more shows. But right now, I think one a week's pretty good for everybody to start getting into the flow of it.
As long as consistency is key. If you're different nights at different times and people chasing you, then you know what? They lose interest.
Yeah, and
When it is, you know?
yeah, and that's why I kind of filmed that little mini commercial. It's now my pinned tweet that it's every Wednesday night, 8:30 Central Time.
Right.
We're gonna do the live show. You're gonna be able to catch it, of course, anytime the next day on the YouTube channel. But the live show will definitely be every Wednesday night at 8:30 for the foreseeable future.
All right.
And I'm really I got two more. I've already got two more guests scheduled. I need to fill next week, but the week after, and then they're like every 2 weeks. I've got someone scheduled right now, but I'm hoping to have a guest every week. If not, then they'll just stare at my ugly mug for an hour or whatever, and we'll just bullshit and talk music, whatever they want to talk about.
Very cool. So
And,
it's going to be archived too, right? So you'll have this up that people like 3 weeks from now can still see.
yeah, they all they have to do is go back to the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, and all the old videos are there. They can watch them however many times they want to. Matter of fact, I encourage them to watch them. They can put them on repeat. That would be outstanding because the more views they get, the better chance I have of getting somebody to want to advertise.
Sponsorship.
Yeah, for sponsorship. And the thing about it is, when you go to a YouTube channel,
Right.
and before you play the video, they always run those ads, but
Right.
they have a skip ad. Don't skip the ads because it actually hurts the people whose channel you're watching.
Right. Right.
Because YouTube wants to see that, oh yeah, people are actually watching these advertisements for this video. And
Right. Or this channel. Right.
and see, I try to give out little tips like that every week. Hopefully it resonates with some people and they start applying some of the stuff, and then they're like, wow, this stuff really is working.
Right. Right.
There's a lot more to this than just getting people to follow. It's getting people to stream the music, buy the merch, do that. Right now I'm running a hashtag campaign to save live music, because I actually had someone ask me, well, why are you doing that? Most of those are like stuck up bands and stuff like that. Anyways, it's like, it's not all about the bands. You don't know how many people it takes to put on a live show. You got security, you got bars, you got bartenders, waitresses, cleaning crews, makeup artists, photographers, sound people, roadies. things like that, who are not working right now because they're not having live shows, and these people are really hurting.
Yep.
Those are the people I'm trying to help, not necessarily the big mainstream bands and stuff, but
Right.
the little bands and all the people behind the scenes that you don't see who are
Yeah.
losing, the ones that are getting hurt right now.
Yeah, the ones that work the shows, they got no work.
Yeah, I mean, we're not talking about like it's not. I'm not trying to help Garth Brooks. Garth Brooks has got plenty of money. He's not hurting right now.
Right.
But his road crew is. His band probably is.
Right. Yeah.
And
You
things.
sure? Not working.
So yeah, I mean that's what the campaign's all about. It's not to help the big stars. It's to help the people behind the scenes that make it possible for those live shows to happen.
Right. Right. Hashtag save the millionaires. Right. That's not what.
Yeah, no, no, they don't follow me. They don't drop their links, so I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about the other people that don't
Yeah.
be making doesn't make millions of dollars off this. They're doing it for the love of the music and to share their music with other people, and that's what music's all about. Is when it comes from the heart, it's the best music.
Yeah. Like to me, this is. I mean, we enjoy this. This is art. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but I don't care if I don't make a dime off of this. Just having fun with it, and if people enjoy it and people listen to it and download. I mean, I got songs out there that I wrote. Broken. It's about not fitting in and being a misfit. There might be monsters. It's about people that have mental disorders. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So try and write stuff that touch on. When people say to me, "Dude, that song broken, man," it's like you sang my life song. It feels amazing when people say that, and
Yeah,
that's all. I don't care about the money. I don't care about the streams. The fact that one person told me that, like, "Oh my God, you sang my life song." It's
yeah,
cool. It really makes you feel good.
yeah, and that's the same way I feel when someone sends me a DM and says, "Man, I really appreciate what you've done." I mean, I've got so many people that start streaming my music now compared to before, and that's what it's all about to me. It was never about me making any money. It
Right.
was helping you all gain the fame. I'm not a star. I don't sing. I talk a lot. That's what I do.
Right.
And it's like I might as well put that to good use and help people who need it. I mean,
Right.
if I'm advertising for you, that takes some of the load off of you guys because you don't have to advertise as much because
Yep.
I'm doing all the heavy lifting on the advertising. You can focus more on your music, your writing, your merchandise sales, and things like that. And
So I
it's a
think
win
the
for everybody.
problem that a lot of these musicians and these bands have, though, they don't realize that it's not just playing music. It's playing the music is 2%. The other 98% is all this shit that we're talking about that
Yeah,
goes pushing it and promoting it, and you know it's all of that. Really, it's not just playing the music. That's 2% of what you do. The rest of it is this.
yeah. If you're playing your music for the same four people every week, then what good is it? I mean, if you're not if you're not getting the streams on SoundCloud or wherever you got your music at,
Right.
then and you're not getting the hits on your Instagram or your Twitter feed, then people don't get to hear it. I mean, you may become like a local band, but I want to. The first episode I explained of those 13,800 followers, we hit every continent but Antarctica.
Oh wow.
So there's literally people from all over the world now listening to your music.
Yeah.
And you'll be surprised how many people in other countries are metal fans and are country music fans and stuff like that. So you open yourself up to a whole new fan base you never even knew you could possibly have. And
Yep.
next thing you know, someone over sitting in BFE in the Middle East is streaming Honey Bone Rush in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about to me.
Yeah.
Getting your music out to the people who want to hear your music. And without the big money from a record label behind you, pushing you on the radio and stuff like that, there's people out there that are like, I never knew I wanted to hear Honey Bone Rush until I got on WeareLegion's channel, and I was like, who's this Honey Bone Rush? How come I've never heard of them before,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And next thing you know, you got fans all over the place, and that makes everything worthwhile to me.
I think you got a great thing. I mean, you got a great idea and a great venue to do it. You just, again, like the way you would encourage musicians, you know, I would encourage you to keep doing what you're doing. You know, I mean, I could see down the road you having sponsorship and all of that. I mean, this is a really good idea, and you're doing it very well, and it'll get more polished. It'll get better as it goes
And
on.
I'm not going to do it just to do it. I'm not going to do it and say, well, we'll sponsor you, but you got to change your platform and stuff up. No, my
Right.
whole platform is to help bands like yours and unsigned bands. I mean, it's not that I don't like mainstream bands. I do. I mean, I love their music. I love all types of music.
Right.
But there's a lot more music out there than what people are hearing, and that's what I want. I want people to hear the music, make up their own mind, whether they like it or not. I mean, and it just opens up more avenues for the artists if they can get their music heard by a greater percentage of people. And Twitter's really taken off. I'm hoping to start getting the Instagram to take off some. Actually, the last couple of days, I've gained several hundred followers on Instagram. I don't know what I did, but I
Right.
need to figure it out so I can repeat it constantly for you guys. But
That's been slow for us. Instagram is, I don't know. We're not.
Instagram is a lot harder because you can't just hit a retweet like you do over on Twitter, and
Right.
you got to take the time and copy it, and you got to know how to copy it, and you spruce it up a little bit, and then you repost it and things like that. And a lot of people don't repost other people's stuff, but I do it. And but once we get that going, I'm hoping to get this going a lot bigger because this is going to be the moneymaker. Um, Maybe IG I can make some money off of, but that's more of pictures of me holding up people's products and stuff like that.
Right. Right.
And but I have no problem holding up a picture of me, say holding a Budweiser while I'm wearing a Honey Bone Rush shirt either.
Hey, we've done worse in our life, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
Yes.
yeah, everything I do is calculated to help you guys, and I appreciate all this you guys being patient with me and stuff, trying to grow with me. It's been a great journey so far, and I hope to continue.
Yeah. No, that's gonna do it. It's gonna gain traction big time.
Yeah, and we are right on the precipice on Twitter. I mean, 13,800 sounds great, but we're like someone with a blue check mark retweeting me away from having 50,000 followers.
Right.
And I mean, we're right there. I've got like several of them now following me. I just haven't got them into where they're retweeting the stream every day. And once they start retweeting that stream, then their followers are going to start following, and then it's just going to blow up from there. We're going to hit 50,000, 100,000, 200,000. And that's great. They're not there for me. They're there for you guys anyways. All I do, I write a few words in the morning and you guys do all the legwork by dropping your links. But that's the really only downside is for me to help you guys out, I have to have the followers. I mean,
Oh yeah, sure.
And I never did this to become famous myself, but as I've learned that helping me becoming more famous helps you guys become more famous.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get it all worked out. We'll get a little bit better equipment. We'll get a better studio. I got some stuff that I'm in conversations with, and hopefully we can get it worked out before the end of the year. And if I can get it worked out before the end of the year, there's going to be big stuff coming next year, big stuff. And then by then, hopefully everybody's going to be able to go out and start playing gigs again.
Yep.
And people be getting out and going to concerts. I give half my teeth right now to go to a live show like I used to go to, you know.
Yep.
We used to have a huge one-day rock festival here that would go from 9 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock at night, and we'd have 120, 130,000 people there, and that was the best time. They'd have two different stages. They'd have the main stage, and then they have the lesser known bands on a backstage. And I used to love going to that every year, and they even canceled that. And it's now you go to a live show, and now you got to socially distance. So,
Are you guys still like a lockdown there? Like how bad is it?
yeah, Kansas City itself is locked down until till the middle of January. They can only have like 30% capacity inside. So even if you do go to a live show, this time of year it's getting colder, so everything's moving inside. You don't get that same energy that you used to get with a packed house, you know. And so, yeah, I mean, it's still live music and it's still great to hear the bands, but you don't get the energy from the audience. And,
Oh no, yeah. I mean, some of the states where they're having the shows, they got everybody like in cubicles, you know.
yeah,
Off. It's like wow.
yeah, they're like doing the little dog pens and stuff, and you're like, how do you do that? There's no pit, there's no nothing. You know?
Like you said, it's like a playpen, you know. It's horrible.
I guess the beer line would be great that way. I mean, you wouldn't have to wait forever, but other than that, I don't see any bonuses to that.
It's horrible, man. It'll get better sooner or later. You know, like the old saying, shall pass. You know what I'm saying?
But as the more and more I thought of it, I was like, well, people are now doing more live streaming and stuff. So now they're going to be tuning into stuff like this.
Right.
So whenever we come out of this, hopefully they're like, oh, Honey Bone Rush is playing a show here this weekend. You're selling out places. And that's my goal. Yeah. Get them out there to see you guys. But I think I'll let you go for the night. I know it's getting late there in Florida. I appreciate you coming on again. And like I said, anytime that you want to come on, jump in the chat. And all you have to do is say, hey, add me to the panel and I'll bring you up here. Even if we got another band on, you can chat with other bands and do whatever.
Cool. Do you have the capability? Can you, like the way I'm on now, can you do 2 or 3 more on like this?
Right now, I think I can do up to 5 people on at a time, but I'm still doing the free version. I'm about ready to upgrade that to where I can get up to 10 people on at a time.
Okay,
So, and that way we can get a lot more people on the panel. And I mean, you could probably even do a writers round this way.
Right.
That would be kind of cool because a lot of people who aren't songwriters probably don't know how a writers round goes. So if they could see like you and us, a couple other artists with me blabbering in the background, you guys coming up with ideas and seeing how artists come up with music.
Really cool, yeah.
That would be really cool and really informative to
very cool
everybody out there. So, but right on. I appreciate your time, buddy, and love you. You're always a friend of the show. Welcome back anytime, and we will schedule you for a full show by yourself once I get my equipment upgraded, so we can do you a little bit more justice. But we had a great time tonight. I thought we had a pretty good conversation. I apologize for the technical difficulties that I had, but we're gonna get those worked out, and this thing's gonna get big, and we're gonna take care of you guys.
All right, I'll send you a message tomorrow. We'll bullshit tomorrow a little.
Right on, man. You have a great one, man.
All right, brother. You too.
Have a good night.